So in this video, we will learn how to add files to Google Drive from Landbot entries. Now suppose guys you have created some kind of chatbot using Landbot, and using those chatbots your customers, clients or leads or the visitors of your websites are communicating, and every time guys a user will share or upload a file while communicating with the Landbot, we are going to automatically get that response and add that shared file into our Google Drive. Also, all the responses of that conversation from the user's end will be added as a new row into a Google Sheet automatically. Now guys, in this automation, the trigger will be receiving a new response from Landbot, and the action will be uploading the files which the user has shared into Google Drive and adding the user shared details into a Google Sheet as a new row. Now how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get the free sign up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. After reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give your workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Landbot to Google Drive to Google Sheets. And then just click on Create. Now we can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. So the idea here is, first we have to get the details or the data of chats which is shared by the user with the chatbot which we have created using Landbot. So using Landbot guys, we have created a chatbot, and whenever a user have a conversation or enter some details or share some details with the chatbot, including some kind of files, we are going to get those details inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send those newly shared files from the user to our Google Drive, and also we are going to enter other details regarding that chat into our Google Sheet. So let's begin. So here in trigger window, in choose app, we are searching for Landbot. Select Landbot over here. And after that, in trigger event from the drop down, select new bot response. After selecting a trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now here, using this webhook URL, we are going to connect our chatbot with Pabbly Connect so that we can get the details shared by the user. So how you can do that? Just copy this webhook URL from here and follow the help text given below over here. So after copying it, we are going to the dashboard of our Landbot account, and after that we have to open our chatbot which we have created. So we'll go to dashboard, and here this is the issue bot which I have created. Let's open it. So using this chatbot guys, I have created this chatbot and added this chatbot in my website. So whenever any user, any visitor of my website faces some issue, they can actually have a conversation with this bot. They can mention their issue, like they have to enter their details like name, email address, then they can mention their issue, and also they can add a screenshot of those issues as well. So guys, here what it is, whenever they upload a screenshot and enter their details, I want to add those details into a Google Sheet and upload the screenshot or any file shared by them into my Google Drive. So guys, to get these details, to get the details of these chats, what we have to do, here in this chat box, at the last step, we have to add the webhook function. For that, what you have to do, just go to the integrations options over here and click on webhooks. And here you can see that the webhook function will be added. So we just have to add this to the last step. After adding this webhook function guys, what we have to do, we have to just connect it over here and we have to configure it as well. So while selecting this, it is showing us some options on the left side. Like the first thing it asks us is the URL and method. So here in method, we have to select post, and in URL section guys, we have to paste the same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and paste it over here. After pasting the webhook URL, the next thing which we have to set up is the parameters. So the next option which we have is send parameters. So here, while making this chatbot guys, we are taking some questions, we are asking some details from the users like their name, email address, their description of the issue and the file. And then all of those things, all of those details will be some variables. So to get those details, we have to create some variables. And if you are familiar with Landbot, you must be knowing this. So here in send parameters, guys, we have to create a variable, a key value pair with the variable data which we want to send to Pabbly Connect. Like here in key guys, if I want to send the name of the user which I'm getting using this chatbot from the user, I want to send the name. So I will be entering name in key, and in value guys, from the variables drop down, I will be mentioning the variable of the name. Click on this add key, then we want to send the email as well which we get. So we will be creating another key for email, and in variable we are going to map the email. The next key is of the issue description. So we are going to share the issue description. So this is the name of the key, and the value will be issue description which the user is sharing. So the issue description which we have is this. After that, the next key which we want to create is the image URL or the file URL. So file URL. And then after that, here in variable, we are going to also share the URL of the file which the user is sending us. So image file, this was the name of the variable which I have given over here. Then the last key which I want to give is the created date and time, that at what date and time this conversation was happening. So here we are going to enter the option as a key as date, and then in variables guys, we are going to mention the response for the date. So here it is the response created at. So at what date and time this conversation was created. So these are the variables, these are the details which I want to send to Pabbly Connect of a new conversation with the users. After configuring it, just click on apply and it is done. Let's save it and publish it as well. So using the webhook URL, we have successfully connected our Landbot chatbot which we have created in Landbot with Pabbly Connect. Now every time a user is going to have a conversation with this bot, after completing the conversation, this bot is going to send all of these details to Pabbly Connect. Now let's do it. We are going to upload this bot in a preview mode, and then we are going to have a conversation with this bot. So the first thing it asks us is, are you facing an issue? Yes, I'm facing an issue. Then after that, it is asking me my name. For example, test user. This is my name. Let's submit it. Then after this, it is asking me my email address. So let me enter my email address as well. And after email address, the next thing it asks us is the description of the issue which I am facing. So I am facing an issue, for example, just a random issue guys, any test issue you can enter. Okay, so I have described my issue. Let's send this as well. After that, it is asking me to upload the screenshot of the issue. So let me upload the screenshot. Let's select a file. Just a second. Let's go to downloads, and this is the file. Let's open it. So we have uploaded the screenshot as well and click on send. So as we upload the screenshot of the issue, it is giving me a message. Thank you. We have shared the issue with the concerned team and we will get back to you on your email address, the same email address which we have just now entered over here. So in this way, we just had a test conversation with our bot which we have created. And because guys, we have connected this bot with Pabbly Connect, as this conversation ends, instantly all the details shared by the user in this conversation will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So let's check. We'll get back to a Pabbly Connect workflow. And yes guys, here you can see that all the details of that conversation are received. So here in these responses, we have the same name that the user has entered while having the conversation with the chatbot. We have the same issue description. We also have the URL of the file which we have uploaded. So we just copy this URL, go to a new tab, paste this URL over here, and here we can see the same image which we have shared. Then we have the email address of the user and also the date, that at what date this conversation was going on. So the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have all the details of the conversation with the chatbot. Now guys, after this, let's move to step 2. And we want to upload this file into a Google Drive folder. For that, just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in choose app, search for Google Drive. Select Google Drive over here. And then in action event from the drop down, select upload a file. So here you just have to select this action event, click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Google Drive folder with Pabbly Connect, our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this connect with Google Drive button, select your Google Drive account on which you want to upload this file. After that, just scroll down and click on continue. And as you click on continue, you will see your Google Drive account gets connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection guys, the first thing it asks us is the URL, that what is the URL of the file which we want to upload. So we have received the URL of the shared file by the user in Pabbly Connect from Landbot responses. So from these responses, we have to basically map the same URL in this URL section because this is the file which we want to upload. So just click on this field, and in the drop down below, we can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Landbot can be seen over here. And out of all of these responses, select the response of file URL and it will be mapped over here. After file URL, it is asking us for the folder ID. So we have to enter the folder ID that in which folder we want to upload this file. So here you must be thinking how you can get this folder ID. Now to get this folder ID guys, you just have to go to the Google Drive account and go and open the folder in which you want to upload the file. So this is the folder named as customer issue. And after opening this folder guys, here in the URL section, you can see at last this is the folder ID of this folder. Just copy this folder ID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. So in this way, in whatever folder you want to upload these files, you just have to enter the folder ID of that folder over here. Then after this, it is asking me for the file name, that what will be the name of the file which we are going to upload. So I want the file name to be a combination of the first name, the name and the email address of the user. So we have the name of the user and also the email address. So I want the file name to be name-email address. For that, here in file name section, just click here. And from the drop down below, from the responses, select the response of the name of the user. I want to add a hyphen and then we are going to map the email address. So in this way, we have created a combination of name and email address of the new file. So whatever name and email address the user is going to enter in the chatbot, we are going to give the same name to the newly shared file over here. After this guys, just click on save and send test request. Now after clicking on save and send test request, it is showing us a response and this response is a positive response. This response shows that the file whose URL you have mapped over here, basically the same file, the same image which the user as a test user, we have shared with the chatbot, the same file has been uploaded on our Google Drive. So let's check it. We'll go to a Google Drive and yes guys, here we can see that this is the same file which we have uploaded while having the conversation with the chatbot over here. So in this way, the step 2 of setting up this automation is also completed. Now let's move to step 3 and we want to enter the details of this user and the conversation into a Google Sheet as a new row. For that, just scroll down and click on this add action step button over here. And here in choose app guys, we have to search for Google Sheets. Select Google Sheets over here. And then in action event from the drop down, select the action event as add new row. Click on connect and select add new connection. So here guys, we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on connect with Google Sheets button, select your Google Sheets account, scroll down and click on continue. And as you click on continue, we will see our Google Sheets account gets connected with Pabbly Connect. After connecting our account, the first thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet. So in the drop-down below, we can see a list of all the spreadsheets which we have created in our Google Sheets account can be seen over here. And out of all of this spreadsheet, we have to select that in which sheet we want to add these details. So I have created a spreadsheet named as customer issue. So I am going to select that sheet in which I want to add the details, customer issue. After selecting a spreadsheet, the next thing it asks us is to select the sheet. So here in this spreadsheet, you can see there is only one sheet named as sheet 1. That's why I've selected sheet 1 over here. Then it is asking us date, name, email, issue description and image URL. So here guys, you can see in our Google Sheet, I have created some column of data. We have some headers and you can see all of these columns as fields in Pabbly Connect. So whatever data in whatever column you want to enter, you have to basically map that data in their respective fields. So let's start with date. So we have received the date of the chat from Landbot over here. We have this date and we are going to map this response of date in this field. So just click here in this date field and in the drop down below from the responses of Landbot, select and map the response of date. Then let's map the name of the customer. So from the drop down below, map the name. After that, map the email address of the customer, then the description of the issue which they have. This is the description and also the image URL. So in this way, we have created a database. We have created a record of all the customers and their issue details into a Google Sheet. After this, guys, after mapping all of these details, just click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, here we can see that we have received some response. And in this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here is been added as a new row in a Google Sheet. So let's check it. We'll go to a Google Sheet And yes guys, here you can see that the data has been successfully added. Just give me a second, let me grab this text. And in this details guys, in the Google Sheet, you can see the same details of the customer who has shared their details as a test user, as a test customer. We have had a conversation with our Landbot. And then here we can see that the same details which we have shared over here are now added as a new row in our Google Sheet. This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now every time guys, after setting up this automation, every time a user is going to have a conversation with our bot which we have created using Landbot, automatically the file shared by the user will be uploaded in our Google Drive. And also guys, all the details shared by that user in that conversation will be updated or added as a new row in our Google Sheet. So guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation once over here. We are going to enter the details of a new user this time. So let's click on yes over here. After that, let's enter a name. For example, the name of this user is Pabbly user. So this is the name. Then let's enter the email address after that, after submitting the name, for example, .com. Click on submit. Now let's mention the issue what we are facing, that is internal server error 500, and click on send. Then it is asking us for the image. Let's upload the screenshot image, open, and yes, the image has been uploaded, and click on send. So in this way guys, as a test user, we had another conversation with our chatbot, and as we close this conversation guys, we will see instantly within seconds the same image, the same file which we have shared this with this bot will be uploaded on our Google Drive. And in our Google Drive folder, we can see that the same file has been uploaded. And also guys, the details of this conversation will be added as a new row in our Google Sheet. And here in the Google Sheet, we have all the details. We have the name, we have the date, email address, the issue of the user, and the image URL as well. So in this way guys, we can see that the automation workflow which we have created is working absolutely fine. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. And also let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a forever free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.